on your wedding day, you can't afford somebody who's going to make mistakes. Wedding days, wedding mornings, and you know this firsthand, raw emotion, right? Raw emotion, especially when you take off somebody's makeup and you start from scratch. Like, if the person is used to wearing makeup, you've literally taken away that little bit of that shield that they have. So you have to treat it delicately. So there is pressure, but I mean, we're used to it now. Like, we're good with it. Yeah.
Hi, Shannon.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
I first met Shannon at, actually, fun fact, it was the first wedding that I ever shot by myself.
No way. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, so I ran into Shannon there, and I just I loved her work, and the bride that was there totally loved her makeup. And anyway, I've been following you ever since, so it's just, I feel so honored to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So how about we just start nice and easy? Just tell us a little bit about how this all started.
All right. So, One Fine Beauty is my company, and we're going in our 8th year. And this the way I started the company really happened kind of organically. Like, I never really intended to have a big bridal beauty team. I've been a makeup artist for over 20 years, and I did a lot of those years at MAC Cosmetics. I was a trainer for the company for 6, and I worked for them for 10. And it was actually when I was on my second mat leave, so with my second child, I kind of just knew that I needed to do something a little bit different. I knew it was gonna be hard to go back to a retail setting. So with some encouragement of a photographer friend of mine, he'd been encouraging me for years to, create my own company. And I wasn't really sure, but I don't know, my son was 2 months old, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna quit my job. I'm going to become just a freelance makeup artist. Wow. And it was pretty scary. I mean, not going to lie. We had 2 kids under, 3 at that point, and we had just moved into a new house. And my husband was like, Shannon, this is I don't know about this, are you sure you can make it work? And I was like, sink or swim. I'm just going to jump in with both feet.
Wow.
So that was in 2012. And then, the rest is kind of history from there.
Wow, and now you have quite a large team, right?
We do have a big team. So there's 12 of us, including myself, and we service the Ottawa area. And we also have artists that take care of Prince Edward County for us, Kingston. We have an artist in Toronto, one in Niagara. So we're kind of spread out amongst Ontario.
Wow, that's amazing. What would you say is your favorite part about working in the makeup industry, in weddings in particular?
Bridal specific? Well, I mean, obviously, I think the obvious answer is being a part of somebody's big day, right? They've chosen you. There's so many artists that they can choose, and it's so rewarding.
Yeah.
And being able to work with, different clienteles, and working with the moms and the grandmas and the bride, it's such an emotional day that it just kind of fills your heart that they've invited you to be a part of it.
Absolutely. There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Would you say that there's a specific type of bride that tends to gravitate towards your work?
Absolutely. I think for any type of style of makeup, there's always a specific, ideal client or ideal bride. Our typical bride usually just wants to look like the most enhanced, most beautiful version of herself. So, sometimes that could be just a little bit more natural on the makeup. It can be a little bit more dramatic, but it's not something that's really going to take them too far out of normal kind of element,
right,
makeup-wise. So just an enhanced, beautiful version.
Pretty
and polished, that's what I like to call it.
What's your favorite type of makeup to do? Do you have a specific look that you like to do?
I think my personal favorite, again, it goes back to just that kind of enhanced beauty. So I love skin. I like skin to look natural. I like to see pores. I like, you know what I mean? Natural highlight. But we don't do anything that's overly contoured or overly highlighted, or we don't really do cut creases,
Right.
There are artists out there that are fantastic at that. And I have no problem, recommending our inquiries or our clients. If they want to go that route, that would be a better artist for them. But the artists that come to us really do want that pretty, polished, soft, romantic look. Yeah.
the process for finding a makeup artist can be really overwhelming, I think. And so, like, do you have any tips for brides who are just starting to look for their makeup artist?
Well, I think in this day and age, we're really lucky because we can research. So, go to their social media channels, go to their Instagram, see if they have a Pinterest page. I'm a huge fan of websites. I still like to go and research somebody's website. So, look at their experience, look at their portfolio. What do you think of their portfolio? Do you like what you see? Do you see a lot of edited photos? Do you see a lot of filters happening? Do you see a lot of, So just kind of be able to pick out what's important to you and make sure that you're seeing that in the artist's portfolio, and like, can you identify with them? Is there a connection there?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and also too, check with your vendors, check with your other vendors. Are there preferred vendors? The first, 3 or 4 things that people tend to book are their venue, their photographer, or their videographer. Check with them. Do they have a preferred artist list? And then maybe go from there. Do some research after that.
I think word of mouth is like so powerful.
It is. It really, really is.
So powerful.
Also to correspondence. What's their response times like? Like, are you getting a good feeling? I always say, listen to your gut.
Right.
Always go with your gut. Doesn't matter, what you see. How is the person treating you? Are they responding in a timely fashion? Are they flexible?
Yeah.
All those types of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's really, really good advice.
Yeah.
So I have a couple questions from some of my brides, actually.
Okay. Ooh, I love it.
One of them being, how far in advance should you book your makeup trial?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay. So I like to suggest that my brides book anywhere from about 1 to 3 months prior. And the reason being is at that point, you have most of your wedding items. You have your dress, you probably have your jewelry, your veil, all those things that really kind of come into play with, designing your makeup look. Like, so having a good idea what type of aesthetic you want, your overall look. How's your hair gonna look? Is it gonna be up? Is it gonna be down? You know what I mean? Like, those are all things that kind of come together, but you need all the pieces to know what that's
the
gonna
final
look like.
look. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, that being said, things have kind of changed. We're seeing now more that people want to do this try before you buy thing, where they want to test out a few makeup artists, and that's okay. The only thing is you need to look at a few things with that. Do you know what your overall vision is for your wedding day at that point, if you're testing them out a year in advance? It's not a bad idea to get a makeup done by a makeup artist and maybe go out for an event, see how it wears. That's all good, but you have to make sure that this artist is going to be able to help you achieve what you want on your wedding day. So do you have all those pieces that are going to, help that?
Would you say that most brides that come to you already have a very clear idea of what they want, or would you say that you act more as like the guiding force behind the look?
I like this question. So, I'd say both. Yeah. I'd say we're about 50-50. So 50% of the brides will come up and they'll say, I don't know, you do you. Like, you're the expert, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't ever do anything other than just lip gloss and a little bit of blush. So whatever you suggest. Then we have the other client who comes with a full Pinterest board of photos, which is great. We will take all the inspiration that we can. And sometimes with those brides, I find it's a little bit easier to pick apart what they don't like in photos and what they do like in photos. So a lot of times we'll see a photo and the first thing my eye goes to is, how edited is this?
Yeah.
Is it super photoshopped? And if it is, okay, so just so you know, you're not really looking at a realistic image here. So, this person has no pores, you know what I mean? And their eyes are, or they have a deer filter on or one of those things. So I have to say, okay, realistically, this is not really realistic photo, but tell me what you like about it. Is it the eyes that you like? Is it the lips that you like? And then sometimes they'll say, oh no, and I'll show them, this is the type of lash they're wearing. Oh no, that's too much. And I'm like, okay. So I like to see photos because we can really pick apart what they do like and what they don't like.
Right.
And a lot of times in those photos, they like how the model looks. But
yes.
They won't necessarily like how much makeup that is. Like, I'll tell them this is a lot of makeup, and they'll say, oh, but it looks so natural. Like, my favorite is Kim K.
Yeah.
I like how natural she looks. And I'm like, okay, come on. Like, she looks gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. That's not a natural makeup. There's a lot of makeup going on there. So those are all things that I like to help, educate my clients on, because I don't know. A lot of times they'll look at a photo and they'll be like, oh, she looks great, I want that. And I'll be like, I don't know that you want that. So let's figure it out together.
I'm just coming up with questions on the fly here, but like, what are some of like the most common questions that you get from brides?
Questions or comments?
Maybe both. I don't know.
Comments are always, I don't want to look like a clown. I don't want anything too heavy.
Right.
Which obviously I completely understand. Questions would be like, how is this going to wear throughout the day?
Mm-hmm.
My makeup, I'm getting my makeup done super early. Like, how early is too early? And those are all really great questions. And I don't want to say it's a complex answer, but it all comes down to skin prep. How are we prepping your skin for the day? Your skin type, your skin texture, all these different things. So going back to inspiration photos and what they see in the photo, if somebody tells me, I like a really matte look, but I'm super oily, that's cool. But just so you know, there is going to be a little bit of touch-up products involved in there for you.
Right.
Or if somebody is super, super dehydrated and dry and they want a super glowy, luminescent look, we can absolutely achieve that. But, you know, we might need a little bit of skin prep or a little bit of, preparation leading up to the wedding to get their skin in the proper condition for that.
So what would skin prep look like? Because I have no idea what that means.
Okay, so skin prep is just making sure that the skin's in the most optimal condition to receive makeup. So I actually don't work with a lot of primers. I don't like primers. I think they add, an extra layer or texture to the skin. So I like ingredients and serums and creams that are going to plump up the skin. Fill it with like water. Give it a big old drink of water first, prep the skin, set the stage, because your makeup will only look as good as the skin condition underneath it.
Yeah.
So if you've got really flaky, dehydrated skin, that's okay, but I mean, like it's a makeup brush, it's not a magic wand. So there's a little bit of homework that they need to do on their end leading up to their appointment. When brides book with us, they do get a password to a secret web page on our website, and it has like all these tips and tricks and leading timelines and leading up to what you should be doing at 3 months, what you should be doing at 6 months. So we help them out in the process because it's a lot.
It is a lot, and I'm thinking of myself here. If I were engaged, like I wouldn't even know where to start. Yeah. I got my makeup done today for the first time, and so it's really interesting.
Like we're here to help the brides. We're here to walk them through the process.
Yeah,
we've done So this is our 8th year that we're in right now, and we've done over 800 weddings since 2013.
Wow.
So this is like...
We've seen the whole...
We've seen it all. I've seen it all. The good, the bad, the ugly, we've seen it all. And I mean, I help my clients every step of the way. They have questions, and they're like, sorry that I'm hammering you with all these questions. And I'm like, oh, I can answer them on the fly. Like it's, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. I want to make it a great experience for them.
Yeah.
And and going back to word of mouth, that's what a lot of our business is. It's referrals, it's word of mouth, because people have had such a great experience. So we're here to help our brides along the way. Amazing. Yeah.
What distinguishes maybe a professional makeup artist from maybe someone who like you would want to kind of stay clear of, or like what do you think makes the difference between the best and the not so good?
I think a lot of times it comes down to experience, and it's not to say anything about people just starting out, because everybody starts somewhere, right? But I mean, things that I would look for if I was to hire somebody to do my makeup, I look at their experience. How many years have they been doing it? What's their reliability? What have I heard? What can I kind of research? What maybe cleanliness? Have I seen a picture of their kit posted online on their Instagram or in their Instagram stories? Like, I mean, do I want those products touching my face? Like those types of things. Yeah. Are they insured? That's one thing in our industry that we never really talk about. Like your makeup artist that you're hiring should be insured. We're insured, we're incorporated. We have kind of feel like we've stood the test of time. Yeah.
With good reason. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, everybody starts somewhere, but really on your wedding day, you can't afford somebody who's going to make mistakes. So...
It must be. I feel like it's such a high pressure job that you have.
You know what? It is high pressure. And the other thing too is wedding days, wedding mornings, and you know this firsthand, raw emotion, right? Raw emotion, especially when you take off somebody's makeup and you start from scratch. Like you've got people with their hair, you know what I mean, in rollers or whatever, and you're going to do their makeup. Like, I mean, if the person is used to wearing makeup, you've literally taken away that little bit of that shield that they have. So you have to treat it delicately, right? Yeah. And I mean, so it's an intimate interaction that we have with the client. And if, like, going back to saying they trust us, they trust us with the most important day of their life. So, I mean, it can be high stress, it can be high energy, it can be raw emotion, all those things. So there is pressure, but I mean, we're used to it now. Like, we're good with it.
Yeah. We all have like stories of clients that have like truly like loved our product or our service. And I'm just curious, like, do you have any stories like that?
Geez, I have to dig in the archives for that. You know what? I think there's quite a few I can think about, and I'm not going to go to any one specific, but I would say the clients that maybe are a little bit more self-conscious, right? Maybe people that don't have the best skin, when I'm able to cover it and it stay, and you know what I mean, and it just feel like just that boost of self-confidence is exactly what you need on your wedding day when 100, 200, 300 people are staring at you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this here, like, I mean, there's so many factors in a wedding that are important, but when it comes down to bridal makeup, like hair and makeup, I'm like, everybody's looking at the bride.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking at the bride. Your face is in every photo.
Yeah.
You know, it's so important.
Thank you so much. This was amazing. So how can people keep in touch with you and One Fine Beauty?
Okay, well, on our social media channels, so you can either just use our website, so onefinebeauty.com, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter, which is not super active, but you know, we got them all, and that's just at One Fine Beauty.
Amazing. And I know that you also have like a cosmetic line, don't you?
We do. We have a very small curated line of cosmetics, and we came out with that 3 years ago now. So we're going on 4 years, and it was just the perfect complement for our clients to be able to touch up their lips throughout the day. So we have a few shades of powder. We have a nice array of lipstick colors, lip liners, lip glosses, and yeah, we're adding things here and there as we go, but our clients love it. They love the convenience, you know, and and the products are beautiful. So
amazing. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for having me.